Alright, what is going on, everybody? This is Trudger MC, and today I have a review of a 2020 LEGO Batman set. This is set number 76159. This is the Joker's Trike Chase. It has 440 pieces, and it is, in fact, in case you were wondering, it is actually a building toy. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the box here. It's quite an interesting box here. There's the name of the set. There's Batman's thing. I'm still not entirely sure what that is. There's Robin's motorcycle. There's Harley Quinn, and there is the titular Joker Trike. Even though it's not being chased, because it's called the Joker Trike Chase, but Batman isn't exactly chasing it, he's more or less just fighting it. There are the minifigures there. There's some really cool box art of just, like, Gotham City in general. I think this is really cool. And then it shows the minifigures there. It shows an actual size thing of Batman there with one of those special capes, which we'll take a look at soon. There is the side, and here is all of this stuff here with Batman with the other cape. And, yeah, some stuff there. It shows some of the play features, which we'll take a look at. This looks more, the back of this looks more in line with the Joker Trike Chase, than anything else. But, yeah, so there's that, and there's that. There's not really much else going on with that. But, yeah, so there's that. Let's take a look at the all-important instruction manuals here. So we have two of them here. For this first one here, we have building going until page 54. And there's nothing really going on there. No mistakes to worry about, anything like that. It's all pretty straightforward. And then with number 2 here, it kind of ends like this, just kind of showing everything. But building stops on page, let's see here, looks like building stops on page 48. So yeah, it's gonna take quite a while to put together, but it won't be that bad. So that's all that stuff out of the way. Let's take a look at the minifigures. Let's start off here with Vengeance, with the Knight, with Batman. Yeah, so this is based off of his Rebirth design here. Kind of how he looks in LEGO DC Supervillains, which we'll talk about soon. But yeah, so he has a newer style of head with the cowl here. Now, this isn't the brand new thing with the dual molded cowl. It's the third type of cowl here, the third version. But yeah, so there is his head there, and then there is the other side with a little bit more of a smirk, and that's what that face looks like. So yeah, pretty straightforward Batman figure. He comes with some batarangs, and he also comes with a wrench, so he can do some maintenance work. And yeah, his torso is nothing too extraordinary, just kind of a Rebirth design there. And then there's what the back of that looks like. Now, he does come with 3 different capes. He comes with the cloth cape that has been kind of common up to this point. But then he also comes with this one, which definitely resembles the Arkham type cape. So you could imagine basically what that looks like, where it'd be kind of like that. Looks really cool. And then you also have this one here that kind of resembles like the animated series kind of look. So you can kind of imagine what that would look like. I would go through and put those on, but that would take a ton of time. But yeah, you can get the idea. And if y'all can't figure it out, there's what that one would look like. And then here is what the other one would look like. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm really glad that they did that. I think that's a really cool feature. So there is Batman. Now we have Robin, Damian Wayne. Definitely not everybody's favorite Robin, but this is the Robin that we got in the set. He has some really cool spiky hair. He has a really interesting cape. It's a short cape that's like really long. And yeah, there's what the back of his torso looks like. There's what the front of his torso looks like. And then he doesn't have the short legs. He has like the half short legs that can bend, which is pretty cool. It does make him smaller than Batman, but he's not like incredibly short, He's just kind of there. But yeah, so there's that. He comes with this crazy staff. And then there's what one face looks like where he's all angry, definitely fitting for the character. And then there's another one where he's happy, which is not really as fitting for the character, if you know Damian Wayne. So, yeah, there's Batman Robin. And then we have the Clown Prince of Crime himself, the Joker. And, yeah, this one is definitely modeled after Lego DC Supervillains. Like, you can't tell me that he's not. Because, just, like, look at that. Like, the only thing is that there's no cards sticking out of his sleeve or his pocket here. He doesn't have arm printing. But, like, other than that, this is basically Lego DC Supervillains Joker, which is really cool because this game is really good. If you haven't played it, I suggest that you do. But yeah, so there is Joker here. He has some back printing. And yeah, there's one face, and then if I can take his hairpiece off, I can show you the other face, which is kind of like, Batman, he stopped me again? I don't like that. But yeah, so doesn't have any leg printing or anything like that, but his torso print is really cool, both on the front and on the back. So yeah, really solid Joker figure. Then the last one, we have Harley Quinn, who is actually my favorite comic book character ever, if y'all didn't know that. Yeah, so she has this massive hammer, which has some really cool tiling to make it look like that. And then, yeah, it's really big, really sturdy. You can definitely just like, whoop-pow. You can whoop-pow some people. But yeah, and then with her hairpiece, it's really cool. I like how it has the two different colors. And then she has two faces, one where she's sticking her tongue out, which I think is really funny. And then the other one where she has kind of a smile there. And then, yeah, so there's that. That's what her torso and legs look like. And then that's what the back looks like. It definitely looks a lot like Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn TV show. But that's also kind of based off of the newer Rebirth type designs. I don't know too much about the designs all that much. I just know this looks like Harley Quinn from the Harley Quinn TV show. But yeah, now I do think is interesting is that she has printed roller skates. She doesn't actually come with roller skate pieces, but the Lego Batman movie Harley Quinn did. So if you have that, you could just put those on there. But yeah, so there's that. It's a really cool figure. I really like that. So yeah, and then let's get to the vehicles. Let's start with the sort of most plain, and this is just a red motorcycle with two stickers, one on each side, to show the Robin logo. And what you can do is you can take Robin, and you can put him on the motorcycle, and you can move the staff out of the way, because otherwise you will not be able to grab the handlebars. And there we go, and now Robin is on the motorcycle. Yes, it's very good. So you can just kind of have it rolling around, I can do some cool tricks and stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of a motorcycle. It's not really anything special, but I am glad that it's there. It's a nice feature. And then let's move on to this thing, which I'm still not sure what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be a Batmobile or a tumbler or a thing meant to model the Batmobile from Arkham Knight? I don't know what exactly this is supposed to be. It's mainly black, so there's not really a whole lot to look at, but there is some detail here with like the steps or whatever. And then there are some stickers here on the front and back there. Not really anything going on there. These are prints. You don't need to worry about applying stickers to these, which is good. Yeah, and then the wheels spin, no issue here. And then this does lift up. Then you have some lights here. You have some antennas, which I guess are supposed to be bat ears. And then I had some extra Batmobiles. I had some extra Batmobiles in the Batmobile, don't you know? Yeah, I had some extra Batarangs in there. But yeah, you can see that there are some stickers there for some control panels. You could just put Batman in there. And then you can close that up. Really nothing too special there. But I do think this is kind of interesting, that you can have this back piece. You can lift this up, and you can have the engine here exposed. You can have Batman with his wrench. He can work on it. He can use the power wrench to trigger a working engine. I don't know. But yeah, so there is what he's doing there. Now, I do think that's interesting that the back piece opens up, because again, that's kind of like the Arkham Knight Batmobile, but instead of having a seat open up for you to put Joker and Harley Quinn, it's just to show the engine. But though, that's still cool, nonetheless. And then the last thing, we have the namesake of the set. We have the Joker's Trike that is sort of being chased, because it's not really being chased on the front there. But yeah, you have the Joker's Trike, and this thing definitely looks like something from Lego DC Supervillains, I have to admit. You have some really cool details with the ha-ha, ha-ha-ha, ha-ha. Yeah, you got all that going on. You have a face here, you got the teeth, and then you have a sticker here for the eyes. And then, yeah, it is, in fact, a tricycle, because there are 2 wheels in the front, 1 in the back, and they can all spin. And then there's also this thing. You have the stud shooter. Y'all already know how these work. Y'all just move this, and, yeah, it starts shooting out these like crazy. But yeah, this is fun. I remember seeing this for the first time at a Lego Star Wars set. I'm like, what is this? This thing's crazy. But yeah, and then you have some details here. You have some flames for the exhaust. You have pistols here, which I guess are supposed to be handlebars. And then you have this little area here, so you can seat one figure here, you can stand one figure here, and then there's a button. The button doesn't do anything. You can pretend it does. There's some handlebars. And then the main feature, if you know anything about the set, you probably already know what it does. And that is built into the way that the front wheels are put together. You have this thing here. And what that does is when you turn the wheels, you have the mouth that actually can move. So that's always fun. So what that means is that if you have it rolling around, you can have it chomping at you, kind of like the teeth from Arkham Asylum and Arkham City that you have to destroy. Those things are so annoying. But yeah, you can have that. So yeah, that's about all that you have going on here. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward set. Still took me a super long time to explain everything, but that's just the way that goes. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video about this set. Is this a set that you have, or is it a set that you're considering picking up? Because I think it's worth the price. It was like a $50 set back in the day, back in 2020. Y'all probably can't find it for that now, but maybe if you can find it for a good price, I would recommend that you get it, especially if you are a fan of this game. Because there's definitely some Lego DC Supervillains stuff in here, I feel. But yeah, so there is that. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure that if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. That would be very appreciative. And yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.